What is up, guys? LordRespawn here. Welcome to the video. So some exciting stuff. Nintendo has officially announced their plans for an E3 presentation this year. It's going to be on June 15th at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and then we'll have a Treehouse Live after in typical Nintendo fashion. But in this video, I'm going to share my predictions, what I think is going to be shown at the Nintendo E3 event. This is the tweet that they sent out that says, tune in for a roughly 40 minutes direct that's going to be focused exclusively on Nintendo Switch software, mostly releasing in 2021, followed by 3 hours of gameplay in a Treehouse Live. So the key callouts here, it's going to be focused exclusively on software, meaning if there is, all these rumors around the Pro being announced and all that, if that's going to be announced, it is going to be before E3. Right? It's not going to be talked about at E3 only to the capacity of, hey, these games could potentially be on the Switch Pro if it is announced in the next few weeks. So we're not talking about the Switch Pro in this video. We were talking about what games, what things I think are going to be announced and shown during the 40-minute of info direct. So let's jump right into it. Where this is based on just rumors that I've seen over the past year and 2 years, and just really what Nintendo shows in these kind of events. So first up, I think it's really a no-brainer that Breath of the Wild 2, or whatever the sequel is going to be called, that is going to be shown, I would say, in depth. And what I mean by that is an actual trailer, not just like a teaser like we've gotten. I'm going to say a tentative release date. And just based on how things are going, I really hope that Breath of the Wild 2 comes out this year, but I'm not holding my breath. If it comes out in Q1 2022, I would be okay with that. I would, come to terms with it. But I really think that we're going to get some Breath of the Wild 2 information, as well as some kind of tentative release date. Now, they did say most of this is focused on 21, which is why I say this could be pushed to early 2022. And could be, one of the quote-unquote launch titles for the new upcoming Switch. But, we'll see what happens. Breath of the Wild 2, I would expect to be there, almost no doubt about it. Next up, I expect Nintendo to talk more about Skyward Sword. Obviously, it's going to be dropping in the month of July, so I'm going to guess that they're going to show some kind of information surrounding the game. Another one which I didn't include, we'll probably see a little bit of Mario Golf information, maybe a 30-minute trailer or something like that, because it does release in just a few weeks. Next up, I 100% expect the final Smash announcements, the final characters that are going to be coming to Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Crash is on the short list to potentially be added into the game. We'll have to see. Obviously, this is a fan mock-up here, but there's going to be some sort of Smash announcement. It'll just be interesting what that kind of looks like. Next announcement I would expect is a Metroid announcement, probably around Metroid Prime 4. We will see what happens, but there's also that rumored trilogy that could be announced as well, and that's been rumored for over a year now, so we could see a Metroid trilogy remastered kind of thing also announced in this event. Next up, I fully expect a full-on gameplay and just explanation trailer, probably 8 to 9 minutes worth of Splatoon 3 action. They did say it's coming, I believe they said early 2022, so this is, again, one of those games that'll probably be, showcased and then said, hey, this is coming out, early next year, which is totally fine, right? They already told us it's coming out in 22, so Splatoon 3, I 100% expect some kind of coverage for Splatoon 3 during the E3 presentation. Next up, 100% we're getting Pokemon news. Somebody put out a tweet that said we've had some sort of Pokemon announcement in every E3 Nintendo presentation since 2013. So there's going to be something. What is it going to be? Pokemon Legends Arceus? Is it going to be a new trailer? Potentially. Is it going to be Pokemon Unite? I don't think so, just because it's not really a Nintendo dev, right? So it could be Arceus, it could be a brand new trailer for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, but 100% I expect some sort of Pokemon representation to be shown at E3 during Nintendo's presentation. Let's talk about New Horizons and the potential for a brand new update. I predict that we will get information on some sort of update, probably in the form of a paid DLC format, similar to like the Pokemon expansions or something along those lines. The reason why I say that is, yes, they, promised a few years of content for Animal Crossing New Horizons, but they never said that, it would all be free. So you got to think, when is that, boat going to sail, if you will, for the free content? And I think that it's going to be pretty soon. So keep an eye out for a massive update. Probably going to come out later this year. It's not going to be instant or anything like that, but I'm definitely expecting some kind of massive Animal Crossing news at E3. Another thing that could happen is the announcement of a Zelda Animal Crossing collaboration. So Zelda items coming in the New Horizons, very similar to the Super Mario collab that we had earlier on in the year. The reason why I say that is, it's a Zelda anniversary. And in addition to that, we've had, Zelda items in Animal Crossing games in the past, so keep an eye out for that as well. Very exciting stuff coming to New Horizons. Then the next two, I want to add this in before I switch off this image. These are my hopes and wants. This is what I really hope to see. These are not what I actually think is going to happen. If this happened, I would just, go absolutely insane and jump for joy. But these two games that I'm about to show you are games that if I had a wish list, these would be the top two on my wish list, outside of Breath of the Wild 2. But number one, Mario Kart 9. I put out a tweet, I put out a TikTok in the past week that, said basically we haven't gotten a brand new full Mario Kart game in 7 years. Traditionally, looking at the timeline, a full game releases every, 2 to 3 years. Yes, we've had the virtual reality one or whatever it was, and then we had the mobile game release since Deluxe came out. But Mario Kart 8 for Wii U came out 7 years ago, right? So it is time for a new Mario Kart game, an actual game, new tracks, new characters, new abilities and things like that, and new items. I mean, it's bound to happen. It needs to happen. And my guess is they're waiting for a Switch Pro-like thing to really take Mario Kart to the next level. So if the Switch Pro is announced within the next 2 weeks before this event, I wouldn't be surprised if they did tease Mario Kart 9. That's all I'm going to say. Again, hopes and dreams on Mario Kart 9. And then the next one is a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask, basically collab and celebration. It is Zelda, Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary this year. And I find it hard to believe that they're only going to, quote unquote, celebrate it by just having Skyward Sword HD. It's not representative. It's not celebrating anything. It's not, showing homage to, showing respect to the franchise by any means. Skyward Sword is a questionable title that they remastered, especially for a 35th anniversary. But hey, there's a lot of fans out there. No hate is what it is. I just think they could release something along the lines of, they had 3D All-Stars release, and it had all the OG games from like 64 and Wii, GameCube, etc. So I just think that there's a massive possibility that something like this with Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, some of those games could get released, announced to basically celebrate The Legend of Zelda and the way that I see a release of this working. You've got Skyward Sword in July. You've got a game like this maybe in September, October time frame. And then you have Breath of the Wild 2 in the spring or Q1, early Q2 next year. So that's kind of how I would view it. Again, this is a hope and a dream, and would be incredible to kind of relive this. And hopefully it's more than just a port and they actually remaster them. That would be ideal, because 3D All-Stars was, lacking in a lot of ways in my opinion. But all that to be said, those are my predictions. Again, 100% think Breath of the Wild 2, new Smash character. Probably see some Metroid, Splatoon 3, some Pokemon representation. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a good event. Again, 40 minutes of event time, a 40-minute presentation. And then we got 3 hours of gameplay after. So let me know in the comments, what do you hope to see in this event? What is your dream game that you want Nintendo to talk about? Let me know in the comments. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and